You know, these are definitely not the best of times for organized labor in Nigeria. For a strike-weary country like ours, the idea of an economic shutdown must be revolting indeed. The proposed strike by the Nigeria Labour Congress NLC would be counterproductive if it goes ahead. Private employers of labor cautioned this. According to them, organized labor should seek better opportunities for its members to ventilate their feelings on the subsidy removal pain. Ibn Abba, there are more ways than one of killing a cat, don't you think?
There are more ways than one, and NLC has been engaging one particular way. And, you know, if you want a change, you have to do what you are doing differently. They need to look for other means to negotiate with the government. Because, you know, when you keep using a particular means to push forward your agitations and all, at the end of the day, the person you're supposed to be dialoguing with already knows what you're going to do. And they have already put measures in place to, you know, to parallel whatever you want to do.
The great French general, Napoleon Bonaparte, said, one art of war is not to use a particular style for your enemy. They know your style.
They know your style. So I'm even thinking there are other ways. Because, you see, why would a private sector want to be part of it? Because you have been using this means which has not yielded any result. So I don't want to be part of this. Think differently, do something different, look for other means to negotiate with the government. Then I will begin to reason with you. The means you have been using has become so obsolete. I'm tired. So I don't blame anybody.
Unpredictable.
Yes. So, I mean, what are we talking about?
Tony, she's talking about ideas. And ideas are very funny things. If you don't act on them, they remain there.
Yeah. Let's. They've been doing this for a long time. I agree. But in Nigeria, strike is what government most times listens to. But in this particular case, they said they've engaged government at the federal level. I mean, but government seems to, you know, at this point backslided. Like they are no longer interested. Because this is not the first time. They've met the chief of staff to the president. They met, a committee set up by the president. But according to NLC, nothing forthcoming is coming out of it. So that's why I think government is not, you know, and I think they said, they said they met the president the other day, and he assured them that he's going to reject the committee to negotiate labor. True, the truth, the subsidy removal is still having a very serious impact on Nigerians. And the palliative so far, it's not, people are not seeing it enough. Maybe it's going around some states, but majority of the states, because I believe in empirical facts, I ask questions. Seeing is believing. Go around Nigeria and ask them, where are the palliatives? Some governors are not even forthcoming on it. So until those things are done, let's be realistic. Negotiate, sit down with labor. I'm not subscribing to this strike thing, but the first thing has to be done. You've removed that subsidy. Then sit with labor and listen to them. I mean, you can't remove subsidy and at the end of the day, people are still buying fuel at 30,000 naira salary, minimum wage. You know, nothing has changed. I mean, people pay school fees. They do a lot on that salary. So if this is happening, and everybody uses petrol these days. So if let's just sit down around the table and talk about this. And at the end of the day, people, but I think NLC is not doing it. For me, they're doing the right thing. Okay. Except for the strike.
Okay.
But the government needs to really engage them, seriously.
All right, let's do one thing now, make some money, and we take a few moments of your time. Go on. We'll be back shortly. Okay, let's go to our next story. You know, I've heard it said a number of times, only those who matter. Okay, I hear we must exhaust the labor story. Well, Tony thinks labor is right to dream a strike, but it has to change its styles.
I said the same thing too. You can't just keep.
Yeah, but for me, we are a strike-weary country. I think last week there was supposed to have been a strike.
There was a.
What was there?
One strike.
5th and 6th of September. The problem we have is that there's no trust. And it has been over the years. A particular government will sit at a table, have an agreement with NLC, only for them to renege on the agreement, which is very unfortunate because a people-centered government shouldn't look, you're not looking at NLC, you should be looking at the people. Yeah. The people who put you there. If the people are comfortable, I don't think NLC has any business going on strike. But everybody, I mean, tell me who has not been beaten by what is going on lately. Are we waiting, like somebody said, somebody so many years ago said he was yet to see anyone eating from the dustbin before he would believe that Nigerians were suffering. Those years were even better off than we have today. So people are really suffering, and the government should, whatever opinion you have formed of NLC, keep it.
Yeah.
And look at the plight of the people and respond to NLC and bring about, see, if you are going to solve a problem that has been there for so many years, there has to be an immediate solution, a medium-term solution, and a long-term solution.
Yeah.
You can't just slam everything at the center. People are going crazy. Citizen, people are going crazy. People are so conflicted. Some people is like, okay, what do I do? Am I going to go into this and that? We're talking about criminality.
Yeah.
If you take the statistics of those who are falling into that line now, it's unprecedented.
Tony, the organized private sector is saying, no, hold your brakes, let's try something else. You don't share the sentiment?
Yeah, it's in their right to say so, you know. How do they, that's TVC, you know, refused to join, the last one in strike, into the line of NLC, which is expected, because I saw the sign. But for me, that's not the issue. The issue is that subsidy was removed, and the people are not feeling the impact. For me, I've said it many times. I've said it many times. But
hold on. Subsidy had to go?
It has to go. It's necessary.
Had to go.
It must go.
Okay.
For me, I asked someone the other day, if subsidy has to go, subsidy is a fraud. No problem. But where are the fraudsters? I mean, it tells you that some, money was exchanged wrongly. So if subsidy was it's a fraud. So who are the culprits? First of all,
Tony, don't let us keep Taiwo. He's waiting patiently at Abuja. Taiwo, good evening. Welcome to you.
Good evening, sir.
All right, then.
I want to bear my mind on the issue of security.
Well,
hello, are you hearing me?
Yeah. Are you following?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, I want to bear my mind on the issue of security. As a country, you see that we have different states and different orientations here and there. And particularly when you look at the formation of security agencies, you can bring in somebody from Sokoto to come and oversee security in Anambra. But it doesn't work like that, and that has been the Nigerian problem. Most of the people that you bring in to secure those environments do not really have, like we say, stable interest.
Yeah.
Just, they don't
thank you, Taiwo, except that what we are handling just now is organized labor and an envisioned strike action. Thank you, Taiwo. Yeah, as we were saying, organized private sector.
I said that, for me, I said there's no problem with that. It's within their right not to join NLC strike. They have their reasons. For me, what I'm not in agreement with is the manner the subsidy was removed And let's say that one has passed. But then what is government doing? Okay, labor is the only rallying point at the moment. That, pushes people's, that negotiates with government on behalf of the people.
Yeah.
So if I'm in government, if I ask myself question like, how far have we gone with this negotiation? What have we been able to push in forward for the people as a way of cushioning the effects of the... I don't think we've done enough. I've heard so much about CNG. I've heard about releasing of bags of rice. It goes beyond that. If you really want to... For me, the palliative should be drop in school fees. There should be... Government should be able to negotiate with universities.
Yeah.
And schools, generally, because they are doing what they want now. The same thing, you go to the market, you can't buy anything. There should be kind of price control board. There should be basic accommodation. You should be able to go to the hospital and be able to get one or two without... so this, for me, these are the palliative, because these are things that borders on people's life on a regular basis.
Yeah.
When you talk about CNG buses, I'm tired. In the villages, do they know about all these things? How does it permeate through the communities?
Okay.
Let's be realistic.
Otherwise, Ibn Abo, you get the impression we throw money at almost everything without a clear-cut...
Isn't that what we do? You see, yes, I quite agree that, subsidies should go. But the process was not people-friendly. And now, how do you salvage the situation is another problem. Because we talk about palliatives now. I was at a particular town where they were given palliative. What got to a family of 6, was just a meal. A meal that they will cook and eat, and that was it. So what happens tomorrow? I'm not expecting the government to feed everybody on a daily basis. But for me, such money should have been diverted into other areas. Like...
visible areas.
Yes, like transportation.
Yeah.
Like, now, let me even digress. Whatever happens to our government, our governors, why can't they come up with social housing?
Governors.
All right.
Nigerian governors.
Ibn Abo, time is tight. Let's go to our next story.